Hello everyone, how are you? I hope we are all in good health and spirits. First of all, let's introduce ourselves. We are from Group 4. I'm Yani Novitasari as presenter and moderator, and my partner Diva Herlina as presenter, and finally Putri Intan Aulia as presenter. We will present the result of our discussion on curriculum change. Let's get started. In this video, there are 6 subtopics that we will discuss. Namely, first, curriculum during the old order period. Second, curriculum during the new order period. Third, curriculum during the reform order. Fourth, curriculum 2013 and its revision. 5. Curriculum in the pandemic or new normal era. And the last one, independent curriculum. Okay, let's discuss it one by one. The first is curriculum during the old order period in Indonesia, disebut masa Orde Lama. There are 3 curriculums changed in this era. The first year is 1947. Curriculum 1947, History and Focus. 1. Design. In 1947, implied and in 1950. Kurikulum ini dirancang pada tahun 1947, namun diterapkan pada tahun 1950. 2. Learn Plan. Rencana pembelajaran. Third, Education. Focus on Character. Pada tahun ini, di mana masa awal kemerdekaan, fokus kurikulum ini adalah pada karakter. 4. Contextual Teaching. Contextual teaching material and the last one related to the student real life and environment, art, culture, terkait dengan kehidupan nyata siswa, lingkungan, seni, dan budaya. Let's see the subject matters. Apa saja yang dipelajari pada masa kurikulum 1947, yaitu literature, science, and the math, social and administration. Next, curriculum 1952. It's still the continue of the curriculum 1947. The name of this curriculum is similar, which is rencana pembelajaran terurai. Terurai maksudnya ada kelanjutan dari kurikulum 1947. Begin to the subject to national curriculum. Nah, pada tahun 1952 ini, kurikulumnya sudah menjadi awal mula dijadikan kurikulum nasional. The subject were detailed than previous curriculum. Mata pelajarannya juga lebih detail dari kurikulum sebelumnya. Concerned with real life contextual material. Masih berfokus pada kontekstual material. Let's see subjects matter of curriculum 1952. Ada apa saja mata pelajaran pada kurikulum ini? Sangat banyak ya. Ada bahasa Indonesia, bahasa daerah, berhitung, ilmu alam, ilmu hayat, ilmu bumi, sejarah, menggambar, menulis, seni suara, pekerjaan tangan, pekerjaan keputrian, gerak badan, kebersihan, dan kesehatan, serta budi pekerti pendidikan agama. Let's continue to the next curriculum in old order. It is curriculum 1964. The history is the era change to make student creative. Pada tahun ini sudah berubah dari karakter ke kreatif atau membuat siswa menjadi kreatif. Rencana Pendidikan 1964 pada skop atau cakupan Pancawardhana. Apa itu Pancawardhana? Panca berarti 5. Creative, feeling, intention, creation, and moral. Characteristic of the curriculum. 1. development of moral atau perkembangan moral, intelligence, kecerdasan, emotional, skill, keahlian, and physical fisik. Sub berikutnya yaitu kurikulum during the new order. Perkembangan kurikulum pada masa Orde Baru, di mana ada 4 perubahan kurikulum. The first one, Curriculum 1968. The history is improvement of Curriculum 1964. Kurikulum ini merupakan pembaharuan dari Kurikulum 1964. Apa bentuk perubahan dari kurikulum ini? Dilihat dari scope or cakupan, yaitu pembinaan jiwa Pancasila, basic education atau pengetahuan dasar, and special skill atau keahlian khusus. Kurikulum ini lebih mengembangkan lagi Pancawardana. Pancawardana ini secara maksimal. Extracurricular activities pada tahun ini juga ada kegiatan ekstrakurikuler di sekolah. Nah, selanjutnya apa mata pelajaran yang ada di kurikulum ini? Yaitu pembinaan jiwa Pancasila, agama, kewarganegaraan, bahasa Indonesia, bahasa daerah, olahraga, basic education, berhitung, IPA, kesenian, pendidikan kesejahteraan keluarga, and special skill, keahlian khusus, pendidikan kejujuran. Alright my friends, the next material will be read by Diva Herlina.
Thank you moderator for the chance. Alright, I'm Divarina. I will present the next material, namely curriculum during the new order. It is curriculum 1975. Ini sebagai pengganti dari kurikulum 1968. Kurikulum ini menekankan pada focus and effective and efficient education. And then scope or cakupan, komponen institutional purpose, struktur program kurikulum, GBPP, sistem PPSI, or prosedur pengembangan sistem instruksional. Mengenai komponen GPPP, kepanjangannya adalah garis-garis besar program pengajaran. Nah, isi dari GBPP ini pertama adalah tujuan kurikuler. Ini adalah tujuan yang dicapai selama masa pendidikan. Nah, yang kedua adalah tujuan instruksional umum. Tujuan ini adalah tujuan dalam satu satuan pembelajaran per semester atau per tahun. Dan yang ketiga adalah pokok bahasan. Dan yang keempat adalah urutan penyampaian bahan dari tahun pelajaran ke tahun berikutnya. And next, komponennya adalah sistem PPSI, yaitu prosedur pengembangan sistem instruksional ini. Pemerintah memberikan pedoman-pedoman, yaitu pedoman perumusan tujuan, pedoman penilaian, pedoman proses, dan pedoman program kegiatan guru, serta pedoman revisi. And next subjects matters is agama, IPA, PMP, olahraga dan kesehatan, bahasa Indonesia, kesenian, IPS, keterampilan khusus, dan matematika. Kurikulum 1975 ini secara administrasi dia bagus karena ada pedoman dari pemerintah. Tadi diberikan pedoman-pedoman dalam pelaksanaannya. And next, material prinsip pengembangan kurikulum, flexibility, efficiency and effectiveness, target oriented, continuity, the meaning, prinsip pengembangan kurikulum yang mempertimbangkan mana materi yang harus didahulukan dan mana yang akan dilanjutkan ke tingkat satuan pendidikan berikutnya. And then long life learning. And next, curriculum 1984, history is rejection of curriculum 1975. Next, too many administration for teachers. And next, material elements of curriculum not complete, problems in implementation. Next, implementation is focus on process skill approach, CBSA, cara belajar siswa aktif, observing, classifying, discussing, reporting. Next, however, there was the problem in implementation or misinterpretation. The next material subject matters is agama, PMP, sejarah, matematika, bahasa, dan sastra Indonesia, kesenian, keterampilan, ekonomi, olahraga, bahasa Inggris, geografi, biologi, kimia, mata pelajaran pilihan, mata pelajaran penjurusan, IPA and IPS, further discussion of the curriculum 1994 or 1999, history, is rejection of curriculum 1984, characteristic, is use the term of Catur Wulan have core curriculum and school develop the curriculum, active learning. Next, teaching material based on students need concrete to abstract, easy to difficult learning. And then problems in implementation, too complex material. And next, curriculum supplement 1999, adapt technology, knowledge, and student needs, have good proportion among aims, student learning load, student potency, environment, and facilities. Okay guys, the next material about curriculum during the Reformation competency-based curriculum. 1. History. Focus on student competency. Competency, combination among knowledge, skill, value, interest, and attitude that reflect in the mindset. Competencies in competencies-based curriculum, kompetensi lulusan, kompetensi standar, kompetensi dasar, kompetensi akademik, and then kompetensi okupasional, kompetensi kultural, kompetensi temporal. And next material, the strengths of competency-based curriculum. Implementing learning to know, learning to do, learning to live together, and learning to be. Next, 32 until 40 hours learning time in a week. Next, contextual teaching learning or CTL, assessment of 3 domains, cognitive, psychomotor, affective. And that's all the explanation from me, Ifarina. I will return into the moderator. Thank you.
Material will be read by Putri Intan Aulia.
Okay, I will explain the next material about KTSP. KTSP have the characteristic first, school have authority to develop curriculum. Government still provide the guideline to develop curriculum for school. And the next, have graded standard competency or SKL. Is the assessment guideline for all subject matter which include attitude, knowledge, and skill. Weakness are lack of human resources and facilities, and assessment for cognitive is hidden. And the next is Curriculum 2013 and its revision. And the history, more simple and have thematic integrative scope, spiritual, social knowledge and skill, or core competence, and in Indonesian language is competency inti or KI. Next, contents of curriculum is in Indonesian language is kompetensi inti untuk satuan pendidikan, kompetensi dasar untuk mata pelajaran. And the next, syllabus in the Indonesian language is muatan pelajaran dalam satu tema. And the next is lesson plan or RPP is developed from KIDI. Curriculum during pandemic or new normal. First, the adjustment of curriculum 2013 due to COVID-19 pandemic outbreak. Main principle of the curriculum, safety of teachers, students, and family, psychology of students. The focus of government policy to this curriculum or study from home or online learning for school in orange and red zone of the pandemic. And the next, emergency curriculum and make kompetensi dasar simple. And the last material about Curriculum Merdeka. Stephen Bell, an education policy expert, explained that curriculum change continue to be made not because the previous curriculum was ineffective, but because the implementation strategy wasn't carefully prepared. The Curriculum Merdeka was developed as a more flexible curriculum framework while simultaneously focusing on essential material and developing student character and competition. It's all about the material. Okay, thank you.
Thank you to my college who have delivered the materials as well as to friends who have paid attention and watched this video. Maybe the material from this presentation is enough for us to get here. If we are wrong, we are apologies. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.